Yes, it's a Chinese-based company, but with an international
with a global
makery inside. Yeah.
presentation, right?
Because as you can see, I'm Chinese. So no, actually, we have a wonderful group of people. We don't divide too much the company in flags, you know. Of course, there's Chinese, but in my case, I'm Argentinian, and we have Americans working with us. We have Brits. It's like an international team based in China. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because it's not the typical place for a tech company in China, right? Most of them are in the Delta in Guangdong, right? In the Shenzhen or Dongguan, but yeah, we're pretty much alone there. That I know is the only MI company that it's based in Changsha. But we have an advantage that it's, we are in the center of mainland China, so we cannot close from every good city. And also we have universities here, so there's a lot of fresh people coming all the time, interested in maybe in international trade or in English or in electronics, you know. So it's like all the time people come in. We have a good talent pool. That's advantage. Yeah. That's very interesting. In 15 years related to the MI industry, and I've seen lately, the last couple of years, a huge shift. It's like some things that used to be hot, like electric guitar or whatever, it's kind of declining a bit and giving favor to more like electronic stuff or electronic music-based instruments and acoustic instruments. It's like there's a big wave of kids that like to play acoustic guitar. So of course we are following that. We have effects for acoustic players, and we are getting a lot into software too, software related to music, like VST plugins, and actually we're presenting here in Shanghai our first VST plugin for Mac and, well, Mac and PC of course, because the VST is for both platforms. So we're trying to evolve with the market. It's yeah, it's shifting. It's hard because it's packed. I mean, there's many brands in every segment of the industry, but I think it's good. The diversity is always good, and at the end of the day, the fittest will survive. I think China as a whole has an incredible opportunity to show the world that what is Chinese manufacture capable of. In the world, it's like usually Chinese products are low quality, copies. You know, that's what the general, yeah, the stereotype and the general mind of the MI related to Chinese companies. And I always thought that this time is going to come, and now is the time where Chinese tech is showing that they can be original, they can be top notch, and still keeping a good price. Many companies are doing great products, original products, well made, totally in sync with what this world is needing, without copying anything, and super reliable. I've been using myself, I'm a musician too, from Chinese guitars to Chinese mode effects to whatever, and man, I'm happy, and I think it's a great time for China. So I'm happy to be here too. It's the core of the company. Rumbo Guo, it's a man that he's young because he's in his 30s, but I think he's a visionary, and you can say he was the father of the mini pedals. Yeah. Was the one who came up with the idea that after was spread and copied everywhere to have a pedal, guitar pedal very small. And he's always the time having this kind of flashes about new products, and always with ingenuity and innovation and in the core, you know. So I think he's he's going to be like in a few years like a Steve Jobs of the guitar pedals. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, and later we came up with our flagship pedal today. There is the X-Stomp. That is the first and the only one in its kind. It's a multi-effect. There is a chameleon that can change to any pedal controlled by a Bluetooth with your mobile. And still today, after 2 years, we launched it, or a little less. No company could even get closer to that tech. So we're pretty proud of him, and I think he's a good team head. Yeah, yeah. We try to present ourselves as a MI tech, high-tech company without putting any flag behind, but not because we're not proud of being Chinese, let's say, or being in China. It's just because I think the world is totally interconnected today, and people, thank God, start like not caring too much where the things are coming from, just evaluating the product itself. If it has a good value, if it's well made, if it covers your needs, you know, and then you look at the brand or whatever, and the service behind the product, you know. If you have any issue, we care a lot about that. I think following your question, Chinese companies are understanding that a good after-sales service is important, you know, a customer service, not only sell the thing and bye-bye, it's selling the thing and following the client to, if any issue happens, he can have some support. And that's why I said that in that sense today, I think Chinese companies are very strong. I speak with colleagues all around the world, and everybody's like, "Well, man, this is good. That's good." I mean, they're still having the respect that they deserve. And from Hotone, we fight a lot for that. Not only for ourselves, but for all Chinese companies, to give that image that we're not less than anyone. So we present that every time when we go to NAMM, we go to Frankfurt. I don't know, we've been in Russia this year, Frankfurt, NAMM. Well, I mean, every big show in the world we go, and they always saying, yes, we're Chinese. And we're proud to be, and this is what we can do. And I think in that sense, it's like the company is not only putting its own flag, but it's putting the Chinese flag in the center of the MI industry. Right?